Hello, welcome to this Fast Member Quick Start video. So what we're going to do here is a little bit of a case study so you can actually put things in context as we build this membership site. So we're going to walk through the entire process and I'm going to give you an example site. So what we have here is basically a landing page for a hypnosis product. And now this is not hosted on WordPress, this is actually hosted on Aweber. So you could put this in context with any pages hosted on ClickFunnels or anywhere else. But what we're going to do is build the membership site in WordPress and we're going to link the two together so you can kind of get a feel for if you want a membership site separate from your landing pages. So with that said, what we have here is a landing page basically. So it's for a hypnosis product. So there's a button here to apply and then that takes you to a form. And then when you fill out the form, it takes you to the payment page. And on the payment page, there's basically two buttons that are linked to PayPal. So what we're going to do is put the membership site in place so that when they purchase, they actually get access to the content. Because at the minute, there's nothing in place. They pay and then nothing happens. They get sent an email and they get sent a link to some content, but it's not secure. So what needs to happen is basically they get access to the content once they've paid. So we're going to basically change this up a little bit. There may not be two pages here. So we've got at the minute one page and then a second page. So I'll show you how this all fits together in a second. But basically we can simplify this whole process so that they visit this landing page and get taken to one page with the form on. And then the form has an embedded payment option. So let's just dive into WordPress anyway. Okay, so we're here on WordPress and basically we're going to start with an empty site. And you can see here we've just got the Hello World default WordPress blog post. And I've added a theme called Astra theme and I've set it as full width layout. So this is a really clean basic theme that can be customized. And then you can see there's one page up here which is the WordPress sample page. So there's nothing on this site and it's a separate site from the main site. So basically it's best to install FastMember on a fresh install of WordPress with nothing going on. And then treat this as a dedicated web application for your members. It's as if you're using a web application and you're building it yourself. And then you're starting basically from a clean slate, from a completely fresh installation of WordPress. Okay, so we're here inside the WordPress dashboard and we've got a few plugins that I've pre-installed. So you can see here we've got the fastflow dashboard, fastmember, and post SMTP. And I'll explain post SMTP shortly. But if we first go to the fastflow dashboard, and you'll see on the add-ons, I've got FastMember Pro installed and Fast Stripes installed. And then on the free tab, I've installed from one of the free services, which is Fast Aweber. So these are all supported services and we basically add plugins over time to this section. On the recommended tab, I've installed Post SMTP. So you can see there's recommended plugins here. And these are ones that are available on the WordPress repository. They're maintained and developed and secure and stable so that we include them here as recommended plugins. And one of those is the Post SMTP plugin. So that basically this is added here and I've added in the send grid details into there and it gives us an email log which is basically lets us track and trace the emails that are sent from the site so we can use this for debugging purposes and we can make sure emails are getting sent from the site. So just further down we've got the FastFlow settings. So if we come into the settings here, we can come here and check the FastFlow settings and we can hide the admin bar. So this will hide the admin bar from your members. We can also add a logo here that will appear on the WordPress, the default WordPress login page. Within FastMember, the main settings you want to add here are the sender name and the sender email. So basically you need to make sure that your products are coming from a sender on your site. And when you set up WordPress, often you may use a Gmail address. And if you're using a Gmail address to send out product confirmations, you're likely going to get your email addresses landing in spam, your emails. So it's important here to add a sender email with an address that's based at your site, for example, support at. And then that will make sure your emails are properly sent and received. And then further down I've added in the PayPal Smart API keys and the API keys for Stripe and also Aweber so that basically any purchases, the emails can be synced with those purchases. And these are both set in test mode so that we can basically do a test purchase as soon as we set up the site. Okay, next let's look at the theme that's been added. So if we go into Appearance Themes, and you can see here the Astra theme is active. So basically we can add new theme here and search for themes on the WordPress repository and search for Astra. and Astra will come up, and you can basically install and activate from here. And what Astra will give you is quite a few options for customizing your site and the layout, and basically just giving you a blank template really to start from. With a lot of themes, you'll find they add a lot of options that you don't need, and over time we've found that a simple theme is all you need for a membership site. And this Astra theme is very customizable, and the layout can be customized as you need it. But it's also clean, so you can make it as easy to navigate as possible. So that's the main reason why we recommend you use Astra. There's a free version which is on here, and there's also a paid version which has some extra features which are recommended but not entirely necessary. So for now you can install the free version and see how you go. Okay, so we've installed our Fastflow dashboard, we've got FastMember active, we've got PostSMTP active, and we've installed our WordPress theme. We're now pretty much ready to get started with FastMember. So if we just want to come over to FastMember and click on Start, and we'll be taken to the FastMember Start page. So here we can run the Quick Start wizard. And what we're going to do is add in our products, add in our pages and our payment options, and then our site will basically be built for us. So if you remember, we were looking at the hypnosis training site, the landing page, and we had the details here and the application form, and then the two products that we can purchase. So there's two options here, the full price and the installments. So what we're going to do is just copy the name of this product and enter it here. And then we'll add the name again, and we'll just put plan. So that basically we've got two options. One is a payment plan, and we'll set the plan to be a subscription. And we'll change the subscription options afterwards, because at the minute it's going to bill every month, whatever the price is. So this is $500, and that full price is $19.97. Now I know that this content runs for 13 weeks, so I'm going to add 13 weeks of content pages. And then here we're going to share these pages, so they're basically the same product, so we don't need to add another 13 pages. So what we'll do is add the pages from this product to this product after we've run this wizard. And this final product down here we don't actually need, so we can remove it, but we could set up a free product if we wanted to here. Let's just remove that. So we've got our two products, and then we're going to go to pages. Now here we've got an option for fast funnel, so basically if I select this box, it's going to chain the products in a sequence. So for example here, we've got a single product and a subscription product. So this is the first product in the sequence, and this would be the upsell. So basically, this will be the initial landing page for the first product, and if they purchase that, they'll get taken to the upsell. And then again, if there's another upsell, they'll be taken to that upsell. And then the final page will be the thank you page, where they get access to the members area. So you can see here there's a diagram that gives you an overview of that flow, but basically it's going to chain the products in that sequence if you select the fast funnel option. We don't need that at this minute, so I'm just going to uncheck that, and we're just going to select one sales page for all products and one thank you page for all products. So basically these products are going to share the sales page and the order form. So over here we're just going to go to payments, and we've got PayPal and Stripe. The API keys are added. So basically everything's now in place for us to set up the site. We can just run the wizard. Okay, so the wizard ran, and we've taken to the quick start checklist. So basically it gives us a checklist to go through, and we can link to the products here, the content pages that were created, the sales page, the thank you page, and then there's some links down here just to the protected content and some other sections. But for now we just want to basically look at the front of the site so we can get a feel for what's actually been created. So if you remember, we're here on the training site, and if we just revisit the landing page at the front, you can see now the menu at the top's changed. So we've still got the sample page, but now we've got products and a login page. So if we visit the products page, we've got some placeholder content and some dummy text, and then there's a grid down here with two products in it. So we can customize this page as needed, and we can change the layout of this grid. We could have it 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns. But for now we can see there's 2 products, and both these products actually link to the same landing page for the actual product sales page. So this is the product sales page. It could be classed as an order page because we've got an off-site sales page, but we've got some more placeholder content which we're going to change in a minute. And you can see here we've got a video, some placeholder text, and then there's a form here that the customer's going to fill out before they get taken to the next step where they purchase. So let's just do a quick test purchase. So I'll fill out my details, and let's go to step 2. So you can see here there's the 2 products in the form, And then we've got a payment form with the Stripe card details or the PayPal button. And if we press the PayPal button, it's just going to pop over a PayPal form. And then once they fill out this form and pay through PayPal, it's going to take them back to the site and to the next page in the sequence. So for now, let's just do a test purchase using Stripe. And we're just going to check these terms, and then we can basically pay. So you can see the success message here. And then we're redirected to the thank you page. So again, if we'd selected the fast funnel option, this would have taken us to the next page in the sequence and presented us with an upsell and shown us any other products that you had available. Now you can see here there's a kind of a soft upsell as well, showing other products that are on the site. In this instance, we probably don't need to show this because it's just the same product, it's a payment plan. And once they've purchased a full price product, we don't need to show them the payment plan. So what we're going to do is customize this page later as well. But you can kind of get a feel for the flow here, that basically once they've purchased, they're taken to the thank you page. And on the final thank you page, they're going to be given access to the membership content. And of course, you can customize this, you can remove these buttons, you can do whatever you need within WordPress. But this is kind of a placeholder layout for you to customize as needed. And so from here, we can access the members area and manage the account. So if we quickly look at the account page, you can see here there's an option for the products, the orders, the billing, and where they can update the card details and the account details. And if there were any subscriptions, these could also be managed from here and they can be cancelled. And then here where we access the members area, this is going to take us to a members homepage, and you can see there's more placeholder content here. And then there's the product that they've purchased. So again, there's another products grid here. This will dynamically update based on the purchases. So if you have more products on the site and they purchase those, they're going to appear here as they purchase them. If we view the product, you'll see here again we've got more placeholder content. And then just further down you'll see a notice for no child pages found. So what we need to do is basically edit this page and it will dynamically pull in the child pages. And if I show you up here in the menu, basically the child pages are added in a structure so that we've got the menu here, we can see the products that were added, but now we're logged in as a member and we've got access to that product. You can see we've got the access to that product page, and then there's all the child pages for that product as well, so that basically any content that's accessible will appear in this menu. And Fast Members created the menu structure for you and laid it out, and this can be all modified as needed, but it's giving you a basic framework to work from. And then all these pages that are child pages are down here. So if we look at one of the child pages, you can see here again we've got more placeholder content that can be customized. And here's a section for downloads, and then next page will take us to the next page in the sequence. So depending on how you want to structure your site, you can have downloads appearing here, and then the next page will take them to a next module or a next week. And then the members home will take them back to the members homepage like this. So let's take a look inside the site anyway and see how we can customize things. Okay, so we're back inside WordPress and we're on the products page. And if you remember, we wanted to actually customize the subscription product to be a payment plan with 4 installments. So let's just do that quickly. So we're editing the product and we can come down here to where it says installments. And all we need to do is just enter in the number of installments here. And that will just change that from a subscription product to 4 installments. There's also some other options we can quickly look at. If we come over here to the autoresponder integration, if you remember, we installed the Aweber plugin, so we can actually add the customers to an Aweber list. When you have Aweber set up, it will actually pull the Aweber lists in. This is just using a test Aweber account, so for now we'll just put them on the development list. And then further along, we can actually just go to the email notifications, make sure that's all set up correctly. So we've got our sender name, our sender email, and this is the message that will go out. And then there's a message here for the rebill notification as well for those installment payments. So we can set an expiry notification, so that's on 3 days. That should be okay for now. And then on the integrations tab, we can actually come here and add a tag when they actually get added to this product. So for example, if we wanted to add a tag for payment plan, so that we can differentiate between the products, This will be sent to Aweber and also used internally. And you can see here there's an existing tag for files. We'll explore the files tags shortly, but basically any tags that are added here will be added to the member, and when they refund we can add tags. When they cancel the subscription we can add tags. But for now we'll just add a tag here for payment plan and we'll just update that product. Okay, next let's take a look at the members list. So when we first set up the site, the admin user is going to be added to the products that you have. And you can see here there's two users called Dave. Those are both the admin user. And then this second Dave is actually the test purchase that we did earlier. So you can see this user is added to the just a hypnotic change practitioner. Now the admin user being added to the products helps you browse around the site and view the protected content. And there's various options on this page that are covered in more detail in various tutorials. What we want to actually look at here also is the transactions. So you can see here the test transaction that we did earlier is here in this list. You can see the transaction ID and that it was a test. And the amount, and there's a fee also associated with that transaction. And then we can see the payer email address, and also there's an action here. So basically we can come here and actually refund the transaction straight from within the WordPress dashboard. So if we click that, there'll be a dialog that pops up and it will ask us whether we want to actually refund it, and it will go ahead and refund it and change the user status. So let's quickly do that and see what happens. So you can see now the actions disappeared, there's no action available, and it says there's been a refund. And if we go back into the members, you can also see here that expiry is now expired, it just says refunded. So this lets you manage members directly from within WordPress, and if there's a subscription product you can also cancel the subscription directly from here as well. Okay, so next let's actually take a look at the content. So on the protected content we can select a product, and then we can see the pages that have been protected, so the pages that are available and then the pages that have been protected. And you'll notice a number by these pages, which is actually the drip day. So we can select pages here, select the drip day, and then select which day it's going to be available. So if we add that page there, you can see the drip day becomes number 7. And if you just double click it, you can remove it. We can also select multiple products at a time, add them over, or multiple products and remove. What I want to do is actually show you the protected files. So if we come over here to protected files, and you'll see we've got a very similar screen where we can add files and then protect them. But first we need to actually upload them to the site. So there's a panel here where we can actually drag and drop files. So for this site I've got a number of files that I want to upload, so I can just select them all and then go back to that page and drag and drop, and they'll start uploading. You'll see down here there's a little note about the max upload file size. So depending on your server settings it may be set lower, but this is set to 256. And depending on the file sizes, they'll all upload individually. So as long as each file is below that file size, they'll be able to upload. If you need to change the file size, you can just go into server settings and change it from there, or in WordPress, or you can ask your hosting to help you. Basically, these files will start uploading. Once they've uploaded, there'll be a green check that appears. Any problems, there'll be a red X and you'll notice there's an issue with it. But basically, let's just leave these uploading and we'll come back to them shortly, and let's go and have a look at the actual content that's been protected. So if we come along this tab to protected pages, just a quick note that we can navigate along this tab while we're uploading, but we can't leave the page. So if we click over here and leave the page, it's going to break the upload, but we can still navigate along these tabs. So if we come to the protected pages here, and we can click on one of the pages, so for example the main members homepage, and if we edit that, that's going to take us away from that tab into a new tab. And you'll see here on the members homepage we've got the placeholder content, and then there's the products grid. So this is added using a WordPress block, and we can adjust the layout of this block. So if we just adjust the columns, we can have a 2-column layout, or 1-column layout, or 4-column layout. And we can also choose which products appear in that block. So we could choose just that product, or both products, or just leave it for all the products. And we can also hide products. So once someone's purchased, we can just show the purchased products. When they purchase, the products will disappear. Or we can show unpurchased products, and that will show, it won't show anything until they've actually purchased a product. And then we can even hide products. So we can choose to hide products and they won't even appear in that grid. So we've got a fully customizable products grid that is actually dynamic as well, so it will update when they buy products or hide them when they buy products based on various conditions. Now this page has been made with the WordPress block editor, and There's some additional features that you get with using the block editor. So for example, on the video that's here, there's an option here that we can show it for certain products or hide it for certain products. So if we chose this show for these products, only members who are a member of this product will be able to see this video. And then we can also set a drip day so that only members of that product who have reached day 7 will see that video. So you can see we've got a lot of customization options for displaying content. So for now, we're just going to reset all these settings and basically set this product grid to show 2-column layout and show all products, and just update it. And then if we view this page where we're not logged in as a member, you'll see that it's not actually accessible, so non-members can't see this page. And you'll see here there's a link to sign up. At the minute this links to the product sales page, but if you remember, we're actually using an off-site sales page on Aweber, so we will want to come into the product settings and actually change that. Okay, so we're back inside WordPress on the products list, and if we edit these products again, so what we want to do here is change this default sales page. And what we can do is actually add in a custom URL. So if we go to the top here and choose custom URL, and we can paste in the URL for the landing page that's actually on Aweber. So let's just do that. And let's update the product. And let's do the same with the other product. So let's change it to custom URL and just paste in the URL. And now when we look at the members homepage or any of the protected members pages where we're not logged in, you'll notice on the page when we click the sign up link, it takes us to the landing page that we've added in the product. Now there is another way to protect the content. We can actually redirect the users from visiting that page. So when they land on this page that's protected, instead of showing the members message here, we can actually set it to redirect them straight to that sales page instead. Basically at the minute it's showing a message when we're not logged in, and that's linking to the off-site sales page. So if we choose redirect to sales page, update that product. So if we now refresh this page where we're not logged in as a member, so now the protected members content redirects any user to that sales page. Let's go back and check the upload status. So it looks like those files have all uploaded. So let's just refresh that listing. And if we come back to the protected files, you can see we've now got a list of files that appear in this list. And if we add those files over to the product and save the changes, those files are now available in that product. So if we actually go and view the site, and this is while we're logged in as the admin member, but if we just go to the members page and view the members content, you can now see the downloads appear in that list. So any downloads that were added will be appearing in this list, but we can actually edit this so it's only showing specific downloads. So if we go back to the content, and then we can actually select this and say we only wanted MP3s to appear, we can apply a tag. So we can select all the MP3s and then apply a tag here. So if you remember, we had some tags that are appearing in the product. There's a group of tags called file tags. So what we can do is add a tag called MP3 and then save that. All these files will now be tagged as MP3, and this one we can tag as a PDF. And this is also an MP3, so let's tag that as well. Okay, so now we've kind of categorized our files. If we go back to our page, and if we actually edit it, so you can see here we've got another block. So this is the downloads block, and you can see here we've got the products this will show the downloads for. So we can add more products to this. So let's add the planned products as well. But then we've got file tags here, so maybe we only want MP3s or PDFs to appear. So let's just add PDFs. Now if we review that page, you can see we've only got the PDF here. So we can come back and edit this a bit more. Maybe duplicate that block and only show the MP3s here. So now we've got a block for PDFs and a block for MP3s. And then maybe we want to duplicate that title, call that MP3. And give it a smaller subtitle, and then duplicate that again. Move that down and call that PDF. Just make sure we get them the right way around. Okay, so now we've got PDF and MP3, and if we update that, you can see now we've got a categorized download list. Of course, we can also tidy these up if you don't want the full file name appearing. You can just come into the content, select the file, and then just change the title. So maybe you want to remove the underscores. And just save that as it is. And then if we revisit the content, you can see that's tidied that up a little bit. So you've got some customization options here. You can group how your files appear so that they don't all appear at once. Okay, so let's have a quick recap here. We've taken this empty WordPress site and we've basically added the membership products, and it's created the pages and the structure for us. What we really need to do next is actually change things around a little bit so that it's obviously more customized and it's got the content on there. So we've already added in the download files. What we can do also here is actually change these menus slightly, because this is a bit long, it's going off the screen, and the title's quite long, so we probably don't need a longer title. We can obviously add in our content for the members modules. So we can change this dummy text, we can change the videos around. I'm going to add in some of the content for this membership site. I'm going to change the menu, and then we're going to see how this site takes shape a little bit more with the various WordPress options we have available to us using the Astra theme and the block editor. Okay, so we're here back inside WordPress, and you can see that I've changed the name of these sub-pages of the Hypnotic Change Practitioner to week 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. There's something else I want to point out here actually as well. If I go to quick edit, you can see there's an order on these pages, so the order has been set automatically by FastMember. All these pages have been set in order so that when we look at them in the menu, if we visit the site, they were originally structured in the menu in an order, and that is the order they'll appear in this menu here. And you can see now that I've changed the title of the pages, that they fit a bit better in this menu. What I'm also going to do is add these pages to the Hypnotic Change Practitioner Plan product, so that we can basically protect the same content with both products. So let's just go back inside the site and let's come into the protected content. And if we choose the Plan product, you see these pages here, these need to be added to this product as well. So let's just add them quickly. And we'll also add this main product page as well, because they're both going to be sharing the same pages. Save those changes. And then let's look at the site again. Okay, so we need to restructure this slightly as well, but if we are a member of just the Hypnotic Change Practitioner Plan, we should now have access to that content, so we can verify that by just adjusting the admin user. So let's remove the admin user from that product. And then we should still have access to that content. So the Plan product still has access to the same content. I think all we need to do here is actually add the files to that product as well. So just come along here and add the protected files. Now if we refresh this page, we should see the files appear. Okay, so the files are there appearing. So all we need to do next really is tidy up this menu at the top and add in our membership content. Okay, so we're back inside WordPress on the pages, and the pages that we don't need to use anymore, we're going to get rid of. So as we've added the content for the Hypnotic Change Practitioner to the Plan product, these pages are now shared between two products, and this page here is actually not needed, so we're going to get rid of this. So we'll just trash that. And then if we revisit the site, and one of the modules that we were looking at. You can see we've still got this item in the menu because we've just deleted that other page, so this is a sub page of that page, so let's delete that as well. So let's just trash that. Refresh this. So the menu is now tidied up a little bit. We've got one product page in that menu with the sub pages. So both products are sharing this, the plan and the main product. And now all we really need to do is add the content to this page. What I'm going to do is edit this page and just paste in some content. So we'll just get rid of this existing content by selecting it, deleting, and then we can paste in our new content. We'll maybe format it a little better. And maybe make the size a little bit larger as well. So let's give this a title as well. And we don't need this title, so let's get rid of this. And even the video. And this title can be hidden. Let's quickly view that page. Okay, so this page is taking shape, but I think it may be better to actually have the MP3s on the page here as playable files. So what we're going to do is use the WordPress audio player and copy in the protected URL for each of the files, and we'll have protected audio files that are playable. So let's go back to the page, and here we can add in the audio block. Either search up here for audio or just type /audio, and then we can insert from a URL. So if we go into our content and select one of the audio files and basically just copy that URL and paste it in. And we'll also give this a title, create another space, and add in a heading. And just reduce that a little bit. Now we've got one audio file, let's just copy these both. And we can change the heading of this. And then we'll grab the audio file. So let's just replace that. And let's update this quickly and see how it looks. So let's do a quick refresh. You can see the page is now taking shape a little bit more. So we've got the files that are playable on the page, and then we've got the downloads at the side, and we probably don't need to put the MP3s as downloads because there's a download option here. And if that link is copied and tried to open in a browser where someone's not a member, if we try to visit that link to download it, it redirects the visitor to the login page, so they actually have to log into the site first to download the file. So the files on this page are still protected, but they're now playable as well. So if we just play that quickly. Yep, and it's playing and it's pulling in the individual files. So what I'll do is add the rest of the files to this page and remove this side download list. So we've only got one PDF available as a download. And then we've got the audio files playable on the page. Okay, so I've added all the content to this page, and you can see how it's now taken shape. And at the bottom there's even a video that's been embedded, so we use the WordPress video player.
It's inner circle time.
And at the side I've removed the MP3 downloads and just put the PDF download. So all that's needed is to do the same with all the other pages, and we've got a complete membership site.